one point, the old Shark Club website.
M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Quick one on the Uniden STS200 scanner. Now, scanners are nothing like ham radios. They receive all the ham bands, and this one will do DMR, will receive. But the way it ticks is completely different than a ham radio. You can't just store it into memory and save it. You've got to learn how a scanner works, which is fair enough. But I've got mine in a very basic configuration here. See the buttons at the top? That's the same as these buttons here. And each one has a different band that it scans. At the moment, button number 5, which is flashing, is scanning.
We wanted to send a postcard.
2 meter ham band.
Down it.
If we just scan forward and back.
It just seems to be short-lived or very...
Like so. We'll go back.
Their own tool. So,
And then we've got marine bands on number 4. 4 is flashing. We did have someone just now. There's the marine band. Now we could change the step. We're probably slightly off frequency there. But that's your marine band. The 145600 is the Coast Guard, and 1456-800 I think is a main channel as well. But I'm not an expert on that. So if you look here, if we deselect number 4, we'll go to the airband, which is set here 108 to 137. Not very busy today, it's a Sunday. There, we'll hold that. And if we want to enter that, that's an aeroplane that is, we just press enter, enter again, and then we can add a name if we want. It adds it automatically to our favourites. And then I just like the light to flash, so I just go down light and I just choose a colour. And and it does alert you with a sound if you want that as well. Then you back out, go back to where we were. There's a lot to this. The learning curve on a scanner is massive, more than any ham radio I've ever used, because it's covering such a vast, it just covers so much. But anyway, so let's just go back to scanning. Go resume here. Number 1. Let's put number 2. Not sure what I put on number 2. The way to show you is actually to select everything. Like so. 7, 8, 9, 8. Because you select and deselect by pressing the button. So that's going to scan everything on all of it. If I start to deselect things, so it's scanning 3 now, we'll deselect it. Then it's gone to marine band. We'll deselect that. Now it's 2 meters.
anyway, so that's what's been my...
Deselect that. Airband now. We'll deselect airband. CB bands. We'll deselect that. Deselect again CB bands. A couple of ones I've put in there as well, like almost like a memory channel, but they're not memory channels. 8, you get the idea. And if I put 1 back on, it will start. So I'm using it as a basic scanner. I'm saving by pressing hold and then enter, enter again, and then I'm setting myself a light, and it's saving it all to my scan list. So if we back out completely and you go menu, look for your scan list. So let's set scan selection. Then go down to select list to monitor, and I've got everything turned off except for my quick save favorites list, which is on. Look, you just press it on and off, okay? So that when you back out and when you turn the device, if you hit to scan, it will just load my favorites list up, like so. If you want a system, the system, you have to go back in menu. Let's back out a minute. Go to the top or the bottom. I mean, look at it all. It's back out again. I think we're in the wrong place. Set scan list. If I go like that, select, and I could put the full database, which I loaded using my, if I was in America, I'd be using my zip code. Back out. It's now going to take longer, but it's now going to load. I think I've got all of New York in there. Give that a minute. I mean, these receivers do so much. Trunk systems, simulcast, then all of the bands, every band you can think of. DMR, DPMR, AM, FM, obviously analog, and it just goes P25. It just goes on and on and on. And these systems, they've got trunk systems, which is like lots of towers and frequencies and people all grouped together. So it's like having a new hobby, getting a receiver, and you can buy a budget one. You can get a little Uniden 125, and that does all kinds of stuff as well. Massive learning curve. But anyway, so if we click system now and rotate, we're going to find the New York system, and it will start to scan. Let's go back in the correct system and it's scan. That's my system. Let's go again. I've got a few systems in here. There it is there. I keep pushing the wrong button. There it is there. There's the New York one. You've got the system is the top. Then you've got the department in the middle. And then you've got the actual individual channels at the bottom. There you are, it's scanning now. It's scanning all of my lists. So that's it, loads and loads to learn. If you ever get yourself a receiver, these ones have a good reputation. The Whistlers have a good reputation. I like the colour screens, that's why I've gone for that. So the SDS 100, 200, but they're not cheap. They cost a lot of money. So bye for now, 7-3, all the best.